Okay, so how you doing? My name's John, and I'm gonna do a 20-minute. Don't know what we're gonna call it yet. Not power yoga, just basic hatha with some sun salutations, some vinyasas, and some of the basic yoga poses. So I hope you enjoy the next 20 minutes. So what I'd like you to do, or what I do when I start, is I start in what's called mountain pose. I just try to ground myself. This is where I start my breathing, the pranayama, or two-part breathing, three-part breathing. I get confused on the two parts, so the three parts, so I stick with the two-part, but just in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Find nice, stable grounding. Square up your body. Let your hands open, facing. Just breathe. Start to think about what your intentions are, depending on what time it is for you. If you're starting out in the morning. If you're chilling out after a long, stressful day, and believe me, we all have those. Even though we might all be staying home, it doesn't make it any less stressful. Alright, so let's take a deep breath in. Reach up. And then we're going to exhale. Drop down as hard as you can. Oh, it's not a competition. Although I can do a way better forward fold than all my guy friends. Guys, you need to do yoga. Raise up. Reach, exalt. Reach, and then drop your shoulders away from your ears. And then swan dive down. Bend your knees a little bit. This is my first practice of the day, so this is how it kind of should sound like. Just breathe. Bend your knees. Back up. This time we'll go down. We're going to go ahead and get into plank. You can jump if you want. Okay? Or step. It really doesn't matter. So you want your back as straight as you can. Keep that butt up. Butt up. You want you want to be what I call stacked. So your shoulders above your elbows, above your hands. Look forward. Breathe in and then drop. Chaturanga, push up. Back down. Hold, 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 and then release. And I like to straighten my, can you see my feet in the video? Yeah, okay. Then push up. Get into Cobra, modified Cobra. Oh man, it just feels so good, especially if it's your first practice of the day. Gotta remind me to keep breathing. You guys, come on. Oh, okay, rock back into some kind of a child's pose. Doesn't have to be perfect. I tuck my toes at this point. So just keep breathing. Warm up your body. What I like to do here is I like to put my hands, my palms out, reach out. I don't say as far as I can go, but remember with yoga, it's about your edge. It's not a competition. It's not. Sometimes we need, something different for the day. And then I just kind of try to stretch. If I put my head this way, I can really feel it over here, shoulder, and over here. And then let's come back up And we're going to go ahead and get in table. So with table, what you want to do is, sorry, trying to be a plumber here. And not that there's anything wrong with plumbers, I used to say that, plumber, whatever. Anyways, that's too much. So it's not looking right on the camera to me, but you want to have a nice flat straight back. And then from here, you can go into what's called cat-cow. So you can look up. And one of the crazy things I do here, and I'll tell you, I think it's helpful, is you want to just do a crazy face. Like, stick your tongue out and just spread your eyeballs out. And then what you can do is you can feel all these muscles. So it's supposed to keep your face looking young and not have that, you know, I hate to say it, 'cause it's mean if people do have it, but that turkey thing going on or whatever. But I'm 50, so whatever I can do or get a cheat from somebody that says this helps something, but it certainly feels good. Let's try it. Nobody's looking. Okay. Cow. Or cat. Sorry. Push up. And back into child's pose. And just breathe. Chill for a second. Alright. Let's come up. Let's jump or step to the top of our mats. Rise up. Exalt. And back down again. Okay. So we should be starting to get warmed up. Let's go ahead and drop back into plank again. And from here, I'll get a nice straight back. Go ahead and drop down. Hold, hold, hold. Push up. And then let's rock, step, whatever you gotta do to get into downward facing dog. Now downward facing dog, it's a fantastic pose. I don't know that I do it the best or whatever, it's not a competition, but you want to rock back and get your weight back and keep your upper back straight and feel that stretch. You can also step, walk it out like this. Step and walk it out, step and walk it out. Oh, and then you can jump, step, whatever best you can do. And come back up. Oh. So let's go ahead and go and let's do a full sun salutation. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to get a nice mountain pose, so everything's coming together from right where we started, right? So inhale, drop down. Oh, gosh, I feel it right here in my back, my glute. Oh, straighten your legs if you want, that feels good. And then jump back into plank or step back, whatever feels, you know, whatever you can do. Keep straight and then drop. Back up. Downward dog. And just breathe. And then jump. Top of your mat. So I have a touch. A sweat right there. Just a touch. And I'm starting to get warmed up. So let's take it to the next kind of phase of warm-up. Oh, there's the camera. Hey. Hey, camera. Okay, so raise your arms up and then just getting comfortable. And this is chair, so I'll get my hands pulled up right here. There we go. And just sit back. So, like, what I do is I lift my toes like this so I know I'm sat back enough. And you can have your feet, you know, hips distance. You can bring them in, you know. As long as you aren't injuring yourself or about to injure yourself, the pose doesn't have to be quote by the book. And I'll tell you the book I use a little bit later, which is probably one of the oldest books on the planet. But so go low, go slow, rock back, look up. This should start to heat up your body. You should feel my quads are just, or quads, yeah, they're just ripping right now. And back. Breathe out. Oof. That should start to warm the body up. All right, so let's get our neck involved here now. Just go ahead and start doing some neck rolls. When you come around this way, you want to be in that good posture, that mountain pose posture. And when you're coming back around, you don't want to, dip, like hunch, right? You want your shoulders back, be proud, keep them back no matter what. Shoulders back, head up. Not arrogant, but proud and strong. As my daughter says, she's 12, we got this. We got this. So nice and slow. Take your time. And now, let's get our hips going a little bit here. So what we want to do, just, get your feet. And the thing is, at this point, you should feel just grounded, right, from the floor up. Just feel really, really strong. So just give it a little push over this way. You can drop this hand down, raise the left, and just, I like to try to keep your crown of your head straight and breathe. You should feel a tremendous stretch in your left side body, your hip area. I mean, for me, it's just pulling everywhere. I don't feel like I'm totally square. I'll try to keep as square as I can. That's what makes having classes so fantastic, because it doesn't matter if you're the quote instructor or whatever. I guess that's the role I'm playing now because I'm doing this video. But everybody can give a little, hey, move, a little. And sometimes the room can really help with that too in terms of wines and stuff. But all right, so we're gonna just give a little hip tilt. And then drop your left arm down, right arm up, and just stretch. When you're stretching up, shove that over if it needs to be, while you're staying tall and square. Now, like for me, my sides feel different. My left side, tight, 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 tight. Right side, not so bad. Let's do it again. If you get some popping and cracking in your neck, that's okay. Don't try to force it to pop like I do. Ugh. Got a bad habit of that. But if it does, it does. And, shake it out a little bit. I'm going to grab my water. Always have a nice, I like to use these milk jugs. I get chocolate milk for my kids in them. The glass just gets it wicked cold. No soda, no alcohol, just water. Not all the time, but no soda and water. All right, so let's go ahead and move into our warrior series. So first one, warrior one, pretty basic. You're gonna put your right foot forward and left foot back, and you want it at about a 45. Okay. And what I do is I take my heel, my right foot, and I line it up into the middle of my back foot. And square yourself up, okay? Check your balance. Want to get into this leg if you can, okay? And just come straight up. That's warrior one. And I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'4", so I should be, pretty much covering my mat. But again, it's not about the perfect pose.